and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about what we do with all the tomatoes that we harvest. This has been a great tomato season, I should say. And I think it has to do with our neighbor's bees. There wasn't her bees, but there was some wild bees that moved into her, actually her ceiling. Turned out to be a 7-foot big beehive that they have built in there. So bees, little bees. But thanks to that, they pollinated my garden and I got lots and lots of tomatoes. So it's been really good. And I'm going to show this one. This is a zebra tomato. Look how beautiful that is. So we have a lot of different variation. We have the small ones, we have the bigger ones, we have Roma tomatoes, and we have a lot of herbs. And I'm going to use this today to make preserved tomatoes in olive oil, which is one of my favorite ways of actually canning tomatoes. It's not fast, but it's easy. So come along. So for today, I'm going to oil preserve my tomatoes. And for this, the first thing you do need whenever you're handling food, and especially if you're canning, it is good hygiene. So make sure you wash your hands and then that you also sterilize your jars. The easy ways to do that is that you can either put them in 170-degree oven just for 5 minutes after you have washed them, obviously with soap and water, or you can boil them in boiling water for about 5 minutes, and that will also take care of it. And make sure to put in the lids too. That's really important. So for this, I need olive oil and tomatoes, and also you can do small tomato like the cherry tomatoes or the bigger ones. The bigger ones we're gonna shop, and these we're just gonna preserve them as they are. And some herbs. You can do basil. This is what I have, basil, but you can also use oregano, thyme, parsley. Just, have fun with it. Garlic, lots and lots of garlic, and some jars that's been sterilized. And you're gonna also have a little bit of salt and pepper. So the prep work is pretty easy and fast. All right, let's get started. So just gonna take a jar, and you want to fill them up really good because they will collapse a little bit and shrink during cooking. You can take the tomatoes and you can add it to any soups and stews and even salads and things like that. There we go. Now I'm gonna put in a little bit of garlic. Now, I didn't have such a good year with the garlic, however, but can't win them all. And I'm going to put in some of the herbs. Now I'm using, as you can see, the blossoms of the basil because my basil went into bloom, but it's still the same. It tastes the same, I would say. Salt in this thing because you always want to salt everything. A little bit of pepper. So you want to put the oil all the way up, and it requires a lot of oil, by the way. But like I said, it's worth it. It's so delicious. There you go. Press them down a little bit. And we're gonna put the lid not on 100%, just like that, because we want during the cooking process that a little bit of steam is gonna come out. So this is what it looks. The first one is gonna be delicious. It's amazing. Okay, it's time to put these guys in the oven. All right, my tomatoes are now in the oven in 240 Fahrenheit, 120 Celsius. And they're gonna be in here until it stops bubbling. When they stop bubbling, you're gonna wait 3 minutes and then remove them. That's it. Okay, so you can see the bubbles here. It's definitely bubbling and even leaked a little bit. That's still not a problem if that happens. So now we're gonna screw the tops on and gonna put them in on the after, okay? So, they are done now. They let them sit overnight to cool down, and also because a little bit, with oil, it's a little hard to handle. But here we have, this is the really pretty one that has the chopped tomatoes with the zebra tomatoes. So it's very colorful. These makes really great gifts, by the way. So anyway, these, you can keep them in room temperature for up to 6 months and save the oil for using that for cooking and for dressings, because it has like the flavors of all the herbs and everything. It's really nice. So I hope this was helpful. Recipe is going to be below in the box. And subscribe, share, and comment. We love to hear from you. Have a nice day.